welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at chopping wood. Now I know that sounds like a very simple thing, but when I moved to Spain I had to chop wood for our log burner, and I've learned quite a bit, technique, things to look for, etc. So I just thought I'd share some of those things with you today. If it's very simple, I do apologise. If you get something out of this, fantastic. Okay. So this piece of wood has got a small knot at the top, one running through there, one running through there, and a massive one running through there. So there's all sorts of fancy tools, of which I don't have, but I do have a small hatchet. Now this is about 30 years old, but great for just getting into the bark, getting it all off. Okay, any little side bits, great, just a very handy little tool to have. I've also got an axe. Don't use this very often, to be fair. I've had this for a long time as well. This is more for chopping wood. You can see the profile of the axe head there. Hope that's okay in the camera. So that is designed to chop, to cut into wood and chop it. Okay, but that's not what we're doing. I'm not chopping down trees here. This is a splitter, so you can see that the angle that it opens up here is a lot wider if you compare the two. And the idea is that this goes into the wood and, as the name suggests, splits it open and cracks the piece of wood. Now you can see I've given it a bit of abuse here. That's where I've missed the wood sometimes, but I've got better. So get a decent splitter. The heavier the head you've got, the less effort it's going to be to split the wood, but it is harder to handle. So if you've got weak wrists or anything like that, you might want to go for a lighter one. Yeah, okay. So to go about chopping the wood, use the weight of the axe. Now that really is the key thing that I've learned. It's about letting the axe do the work, not trying to swing it as hard as you possibly can. Sometimes you need to do that, but mostly you don't need to. So what you want to try and do is, either if you can get the wood to go this way, then that's great. Okay, and we'll get stuck sometimes, so you just need to give it a bit of a push and it'll come out. I have found the best way to do this is to swing, so have the axe head, the blade facing down, and I'm going to take it around the back of my head in a swinging action and let it come down. Taking it round and down. Okay, so around and down. But you can see it's already caused a little bit of a split. So do the same again, around, down. Now I'm not putting a lot of effort into this. That's cracked just from the technique of swinging the hammer around. So now I've got it open here. Turn it round and just go from this side here again, where it's already got a weakness. It's going to start cracking this way because I've got this knot, and the knot will be holding all of that together. So this piece here, I doubt very much I'll get to crack, but that's okay. We'll go that way and then go either side of it. That's the plan. Okay. So technique is what you want to be thinking about here when you're chopping wood. It's not about hitting it as hard as you possibly can. It's about swinging the axe correctly and letting the weight of the axe head do the work for you. Now sometimes, yeah, you've got to give it some welly, but when you're starting out and you're getting used to it, just try and let the axe do the work until you get used to the swing. This is the swing that I use. I let it go down around. See what I'm doing here? Around. I'm sorry if this sounds really basic, but none of this occurred to me initially. So around, over my head, and then the axe fall. Okay, that's a lot better than taking it from here because it's already moving like that. And you can be fairly accurate with it. So I'm going to go for try and hit that spot there. Round. Okay, here is a really good example of what a knot looks like inside the trunk. So you can see when you're chopping this way, this wood wants to split this way, but this is like trying to chop this way. So it makes it really, really hard. It tends to glue the whole piece of wood together. Now, as it happens, you can see that one really split well, which of course I didn't film. But yeah, that's a good example. So hopefully that gives you a bit of a better understanding as to what a knot looks like inside and how it affects how the wood's going to split. Okay, so this is the same piece of wood which I've just hit from the top pan, and you can see how it's gone like that, split it that way, where it's come down to the knot and made it go that way. Now the thing you need to be very careful of here is when you're chopping, you come down on a normal piece of wood, something like this. The axe is going to pretty much follow that grain as it goes down. So you're going to get the same here. So when you come down here, what's going to happen is the axe follows the grain and will go off that way. So we need to be very careful of, because as you swing down, if you're not controlling it, it can scoot off like that. And it can really hurt your hands because it twists your hands like that, okay? So as it comes down, it will do that. So just be aware of what it is you're cutting and how. Got a knot at the bottom of this one, but I'm pretty sure that will just go nicely. Okay, again, there's no effort there. But you can see how the knot is holding in there. But that's okay, I'll just put that on the fire as it is. Okay, so I just want to show you again how little effort is needed here. If I do it like that, it gets stuck and it's pain. If I swing, easy. Swing, stop. Swing, stop. Okay, hopefully you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. If you could like and subscribe, that would be fantastic.